Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers regarding Rob Pelinka speaking with Woj from ESPN in a podcast and revealing the plans of the Lakers' future for the next couple of years while LeBron and Anthony Davis will still be teammates. And the basic plans moving into the free agency market this year, and how are they going to basically retain for another championship for next year. I just want to give you guys my thoughts and my opinions about the Rob Pelinka's plans, and my thoughts and my opinions about the potential added on players that could potentially help the Lakers for a potential playoff run or possibly championship run next year, for them to go for a repeat for another championship. And yeah, I just want to give you guys my thoughts and my opinions about it. Without further ado, let's just get right into it. So guys, before I get into the Rob Pelinka revealing of his plans for the Lakers going forward into the future with LeBron and Anthony Davis, being on the team when it comes to contract-wise, I just want to say thank you all for subscribing to ZSPN. I did put out a post in all my social media sites of thanking you all for subscribing to ZSPN, and it's just a great accomplishment for me. I mean, I hope for more subscribers to come. I mean, I know it's just 3,000, and you guys probably think I'm overreacting about it, but this is just a huge milestone for me. It's just always great when every time there's another 1,000 subscriber to be added on to my channel, and I just wish that this channel just goes full force to the point that possibly we can reach up to 5,000, 10,000, maybe 100,000 with your help and your support. It just goes wonders when it comes to how this channel is going to grow as one. So I do appreciate every single one of you, and I just hope you guys just continue on the support, and hopefully this channel just continues to grow moving forward. So thank you all so much, and let's just get right into the reports. According to Rob Pelinka and Bleacher Report, really, Rob Pelinka spoke with Woj from ESPN in his podcast, just explaining the effects of how the Lakers are going to be moving forward when it comes to the Lakers' future and their plans to just continue to be a great team with the lights of LeBron and Anthony Davis still remaining on the Los Angeles Lakers. And also he also explains that if somehow LeBron James if he somehow is not on the team anymore, possibly either retires. I mean, I'm just paraphrasing what he said. I'm just getting the gist of what he basically talked about with Woj from ESPN. That the aspects of if LeBron James is not on the team, the Lakers' plans moving forward is to build around Anthony Davis, and the possibility maybe going into the 2021-2022 season is that the Lakers' plans is to go for another repeat to contend a championship and possibly in 2021. And the idea is that the Lakers' plans is to add on a third star to LeBron and Anthony Davis, and possibly with that third star, he could be a potential future added on to the Lakers to team up with Anthony Davis. Now, that has always been the aspects of how the Lakers were going to move forward, with Anthony Davis still remaining on the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, that was the whole plan since Anthony Davis got traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, the mindset was, he is going to be LeBron James' teammate, and he's going to, continue on their duo of how they just win a championship together, and but there, at the same time, there's always been that aspect that the Lakers were going to build around Anthony Davis at the same time, and also by adding on another third star to Anthony Davis as being the next duo for the Los Angeles Lakers if somehow LeBron either retires or just moves on. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios, but Rob Pelinka also said in the podcast that LeBron James was going to remain with the Los Angeles Lakers if he does opts in with I think LeBron James has a player option in 2021, so there's a possibility that he might opt into the Los Angeles Lakers, but still remains to be seen about that. But that's long ways. But knowing LeBron James and his relationship with the organization, and possibly the Rob Pelinka, and with Rob Pelinka's relationship with Clutch Sports and Rich Paul, it's the possibilities is that Rob Pelinka thinks that LeBron James will opt in to his remaining contract that he signed with the Los Angeles Lakers back in 2018 is up to possibilities. So, but to think about that, it still remains to be seen who will be that third star. We have an idea. I mean, I made videos about this, throughout the weeks, which the love support you guys give me is just so overwhelming, is that we still don't know. We still don't know the aspects of who's going to be that third star. I mean, there's a lot of talks that the Lakers might go after Chris Paul. There's a possibility that they might go after Bradley Beal, and that possibility. But it still remains to be seen about that, because in that podcast, Rob Pelinka said that they're looking for a young star. So the possibilities of Chris Paul coming to the Los Angeles Lakers as that third option type of third star caliber player is kind of questionable. It's not out of the question if the Lakers do go after him, but the possibilities of getting a young star is kind of questionable, because we're not even sure who it is, because Bradley Beal, he's 27 years old, so he's in the range of a possibility of that third star. But asset wise, and if the Washington Wizards are willing to trade Bradley Beal, is kind of questionable. Is not out of the question, but it is questionable. That's why when I think about the young star, I think about maybe Buddy Hield, or possibly Zach LaVine is a possibility as well. I'm trying to think of some other potential stars that could be a great addition to the Los Angeles Lakers to work with LeBron and Anthony Davis, and possibly, with more of an edge on Anthony Davis moving forward with the Lakers' future. So it's kind of hard to tell, and it still remains to be seen, because I'm just putting out some names, but there have been in the rumor mill for the Lakers. There's another player that he is around 30 years old, but I consider somebody in their 30s still young. So the possibilities of maybe the Lakers be going after a potential free agency player that's currently on the free agency market, that is DeMar DeRozan. He is a star. He could potentially work well, be a great fit with the Los Angeles Lakers alongside LeBron and Anthony Davis. So that's the possibilities as well. That's the guy I'm just throwing out there as a potential target if the Lakers are looking for a third star to pair up with LeBron and Anthony Davis. And I think it just works well, because he'd be not just coming back home, but also he'll play with his favorite team in the Los Angeles Lakers. He idolized the late Kobe Bryant, and it's just one of those type of moments where I kind of think that DeMar DeRozan is fits very well at that, but he does lack the defensive prowess that he is just lacking in his repertoire as being a great shooter, a great scorer for any sort of team that he's on. So that's a guy that I'm actually thinking about. But when it comes to adding on like a couple of pieces to the Los Angeles Lakers, if they're going for another repeat, like I said, I mean, there's a lot of options that the Lakers could go with. They can either re-sign, Rajon Rondo. They could potentially go after bringing back Dwight Howard, KCP. There still remains to be seen about the whole Avery Bradley situation, if he is going to opt in. If he does opt in, then I don't really think maybe the Lakers could go after bring back KCP, because they have Bradley Beal, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to bring back KCP as well. JaVale McGee, I probably did mention this in my last video, but I probably didn't. But JaVale McGee is selling his house in California. I'm not sure where specific city it is, but he's selling his house. So there is a potential idea that he might be moving on and wants a better role, because he did get benched in the playoffs. So there is a possibility that he wants a better role, because moving forward, it just doesn't work if somehow Frank Vogel will possibly start JaVale McGee. So there's a possibility that they might be moving on from JaVale McGee. That's why I look at Nerlens Noel or Marc Gasol. There's potential big men that could be a great replacement for JaVale McGee if somehow they do go after that particular route. But there's that type of scenario. They could bring back key players that really helped the Lakers to win the championship this year. So there's that route. And then if they somehow don't bring back a couple of players that really helped out the Lakers, they could potentially go after players like Jeff Teague. They could go after DJ Augustine. There's a potential of reuniting the Lakers with Jordan Clarkson, which I really think it's a realistic chance with the great relationship that Rob Pelinka has with Jordan Clarkson and the organization. There's a possibility that they could bring him back, and he did play with LeBron James, so that's a possibility as well. But there's just a lot of scenarios. There's a lot of scenarios that the Lakers could be going into free agency to build a great roster, a better roster, to go for another repeat for a championship, another run for a championship. So, there's just a lot of wonders that Rob Pelinka is going into the free agency market and basically, looking forward to the future for the Los Angeles Lakers, being the executive vice president of basketball operations / GM for the Los Angeles Lakers. I mean, because, there's a lot of his plate that he needs to do to improve the team, and to also build around for the future moving forward. If somehow, like I said in the beginning, with LeBron James, possibly if he with Father Time creeping up, you never know, things might change, and they're going to build possibly around Anthony Davis. So that's just the whole possibilities that I got into the podcast that I heard from Rob Pelinka with Woj from ESPN. I really want to know your thoughts and your opinions about the whole notion about the future for the Los Angeles Lakers, and also free agency, of how Rob Pelinka is going to be thinking when it comes to building a team for another repeat. I really want to know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. I really do appreciate you guys, every single one of you, for showing me the love and support for my channel and all my social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'll leave the links into the description of this video so you guys can check out my social media sites, and of course subscribe to the channel, share my videos, and again guys, thank you so much for the huge milestone that came to this channel by reaching 3,000 subscribers. I mean, for me, it's such a big deal. Some of you might think, it's not a big deal for you to, shout out to 3,000 subscribers, maybe 30 someday. But it's just the possibilities of that making a milestone for this channel is just so overwhelming. I mean, you guys, just an amazing supporters for my channel. I mean, you guys just I'm very emotional when it comes to how you guys just give me the voice of just talking about my favorite team in the whole world, in the Los Angeles Lakers. To have a platform on YouTube to talk about my favorite team in the Los Angeles Lakers, I mean, it's just so rewarding, and I do appreciate every single one of you, again, for showing me the love, support for my channel. And guys, like I said, if you have any thoughts and opinions when it comes to, you know, me growing this channel, you guys want me to do something that, you know, possibly that's to be added on to this content, maybe possibly doing challenges, maybe I don't know, trying out some, I don't know, food reviews, or, you know, just anything, guys, anything that you guys think that you want me to do, I'll think about it and maybe recommend possibly doing it. I'm thinking about a lot of stuff, really. I'm thinking about possibly doing gameplay commentary, possibly, you know, doing gameplay, so that's in the works, but, you know, still remains to be seen about that, but that's possibly in the works for that moving forward into this channel. But it's all because of you guys. I mean, please comment down below, give me some suggestions to do on this channel. If you have any thoughts and opinions about free agency for the Lakers, when it comes to LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and possibly that third star that could be coming to the Los Angeles Lakers, you know, possibly with the help of Rob Pelinka and his mindset and his, you know, his ways of making business. Who do you think should join the Los Angeles Lakers? And also, who do you think the Lakers should bring back? I really want to know your thoughts and opinions about that. And I really want to know in the comment section down below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers! Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there. And once again, thank you all very much for subscribing and giving me the platform again. And I mean, you know, it's just so overwhelming. I do appreciate every single one of you. See you guys in the next one. Take it easy, guys.